up to another good morning. Time to go. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. 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 We are all looking for adventure.
G'day everyone, welcome to our next video. Now I think we can all relate to that person at the beginning of this video here, that short clip, and we can't always get great internet, and I've just upgraded my internet that I have in the van, and I'm just going to run through what I have again and just give you some tips and tricks and about the equipment that I use. Now we travel in our vans and we cannot always get next to one of these, and you know, ideally we want to be out in remote places enjoying the countryside and nature, and these are not always available. Now my internet connection is with Telstra, and I have the Telstra Wi-Fi Pro. It's a 5G Wi-Fi hotspot, and which is so far so good. So I've just upgraded that to a 5G. Now what I do use in addition to that is when I'm in a poor signal area, I use this antenna. Now the links to this antenna are going to be in the description. This is an omnidirectional antenna, and I'll run through the different antennas that you can get shortly. But this is an omnidirectional antenna. I'll just unbox it. So this is it out of the box. Like I say, it's an omnidirectional antenna. So what that means, it will basically detect a signal through 360 degrees. Now it comes with 2 5-meter cables, and they have what's called a TS9 connection on the end. Now these connections will fit pretty much, I'm talking Telstra, will fit pretty much their routers, which are the Wi-Fi Pro and the Nighthawk, and basically it plugs into the external connections on that Wi-Fi hotspot, access point, or whatever you want to call it. Now like I say, I'm with Telstra, and without doubt Telstra in Australia provide the best coverage without doubt from any other provider. And if you're like me and you work on the road, then I would certainly recommend that you go for Telstra. Yep, you will pay a bit more, but the service, the coverage is a hell of a lot better. Now we're going to talk about the types of antennas that you can get for your Wi-Fi access point stroke hotspot, and I'm going to leave my preference until last. But first we're going to start with the small indoor type antennas. The pros for these, obviously they're small, very easy to store. However, they're not necessarily going to offer you the sensitivity that you're going to need in a remote location to get a decent signal. Now the next type of antenna is called a Yagi antenna. These are external antennas, and they are basically what's called directional. So what you have to do with these is point them in the direction of your mobile phone tower. Now the pros to these are they can give you, they are very sensitive, so they can really increase your connectivity. Now the cons to this type of antenna are, because they're directional, you need to know exactly where your mobile phone tower is, and generally to do that you would need to have an app. And secondly, they are large, so they are a fair bit bigger to store, and you would need to probably put them on some sort of pole to mount them. So this is my choice of antenna. It's an omnidirectional external antenna. And the pros to it are its size, it's small, it's light. So I can just mount it on the van with a magnet if I need to. Secondly, I don't need to know exactly where my tower is. Now, the cons to this sort of antenna is they're not as sensitive as the Yagi type antenna. However, they can provide a significant increase in internet connectivity when it's attached to the router. Now, this is the second one of these antennas that I've had. My other one is now fitted to my tiny home, so I just thought I would get another one just for the van. Now, the way I attach it to the van is it does come with the brackets to attach it to a pole. I decided, or attach it permanently to the roof. I've decided that I don't want it attached permanently, so I want to be able to take it off when I'm moving. Firstly, because of the height, and secondly, for things like wind resistance and security. I want to try and remain pretty stealthy, and to have an aerial on top, I think, will compromise that. So what I actually do is I attach it to the van with just 2 ceramic magnets, and then all I do is basically just tape the magnets to the back plate of the antenna, and then they just attach to the side of the van with the magnets. And here is the antenna attached to the side of the van. As you can see, you just take it off and then you can just clip it on anywhere you want. Right at the top of the van, if need be. More height. Height is always good when it comes to antennas, and it's very flexible. You could even clip it to a fence post or something like that, just to get that good signal. Now, I'm going to show you the difference live one of these antennas can make. Now, I'm actually in a very poor signal area at the moment, and I'm logged into my router, and you can see that there is a Telstra 5G Wi-Fi Pro. Now, the setting that we are interested in is this setting here that says signal strength. And as you can see there, it's reading about a minus 115 dBms. Now, this is with the antenna off and not connected. Now, the aim is to get that reading as low as possible with the antenna connected. Now, I'm just going to go off to a website to run a speed test, and that website is speedtest.net. And here you go, we're at speedtest.net, and you can see that it wants to connect to a Telstra server that's in Brisbane. Now, we're on the Gold Coast. I'm going to press go. And the setting that we're interested in, or settings that we're interested in, is the ping setting, and you can see there it says 30 milliseconds. And we are getting a download speed of 13.69 millibits per second, with an upload speed of, we'll just let that finish, of 1.79 millibits per second. Now, I'm just going to connect the router, and I'll just show you the difference. So that's the router connected, and again, if you look at the signal strength, and you can see there that it's dropped to, oh, they go 103 dBms. So that's a fair old drop. So 104 dBms. Now I'm just going to go back to the speed test page and just run another speed test. So we're connecting to the same server again, Telstra server in Brisbane, and this is with the antenna connected. We'll just press go, and You can see straight away that the ping is 24 milliseconds, which is a fair bit quicker, and our download speed has gone up considerably. We're now getting probably around 20 millibits per second. There you go, 23.16, and you can see our upload speed has also increased dramatically. Probably averaging about 6 by the end of the test. There you go, 5.18. So basically our speed has more or less doubled. Now, as you can see, guys, that having an antenna, an external antenna, can make a huge difference to your internet connection, especially in a poor service area. Now, it might not suit everyone. Some people might go, well, I don't really need, I can do without my phone at certain times. But if you're like me and you're working from your van and you're uploading loads of videos, you're making videos, and you're also administering websites and such like, then a great internet connection is a must. And this antenna certainly helped me in the past, and it's something that I use. So if you found this video helpful, guys, please subscribe and hit that notification bell for more updates. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.